Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We're really excited to present to you and to tell you about some of the stuff we have planned this year. You can switch it to the next slide. So a huge welcome to the first year students. We're really excited to have you guys on this call and to tell you guys a little bit about who we are. So we're the Law and Business Student Association. So we're the official representatives for all of the law and business students here at Ryerson. So you guys for the first years will declare your majors in second year. For everyone else, you likely already know who we are. So we're gonna get started with everyone on this call with LBSA is gonna introduce themselves. So I'll start us off. My name's Brittany and I'm the president of LBSA this year. I'm going into my third year at Ryerson. I'm majoring in law and business and I'm minoring in politics as well as philosophy. I'll pass it over to Kathleen.
So I'm Kathleen. I'm the VP of Internal Affairs this year, and I'm in my fourth year. I'm in the co-op program. My major is law and business, and I'm taking a double minor in health services management and ethics. And then I'll pass it on to Nishka.
Hey everyone, my name is Nishka. I'm the VP of Marketing for the LBSA this year, and I'm going into my third year, and I'm majoring in law and business, minoring in politics.
Perfect. So we've left lots of time at the end for Q&As, which is why we also included our majors and minors. So if you want to ask us questions about that, you can feel free to at the end as well. So we'll go on to the next slide. We're going to jump straight into what events we have planned and what you can expect from LBSA this year. So you can switch it over to the next slide. Perfect. So some of you guys might have seen, but we've already hosted some summer events. So these were Law and Borders. We did a workshop with Princeton Review. So Princeton Review does everything LSAT prep related and personal statement related. And then we did a event on building a successful side hustle with Rectify. We anticipate doing a few more things with Rectify this year, given that so many students are working on building businesses right now with everything happening with COVID. If any of you guys were able to attend our events, feel free to shoot us a message. We're a really open team. We really love hearing feedback from you guys. So send us something, letting us know how you think it went, or just giving us some general feedback. You can switch to the next slide. Perfect. So these are some of our upcoming events. So we'll start with meet and greets. You guys can actually sign up now. Nishka is going to drop the link after. So this is happening tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. So if you have any questions left outstanding after this student group fair, feel free to sign up for that. Regardless, you should sign up for it because there's a whole bunch of other information that we're not including in these slides that'll happen tomorrow. After that, we'll be hosting our law school fair. So we'll release the date on that pretty soon, and we'll have a big group of law schools coming in and presenting, and they can give you all kinds of recruiter information on what to expect when you're applying. We'll also have a law school series, as well as our traditional alternatives to law school event, which I know lots of you guys look forward to every year. Okay, next slide. Our winter events so far, we have conference. We have an annual 3-day conference. This will be continuing regardless of COVID and the situation with being in or out of school. So that's something to really look forward to and get really amped up about. And then also, of course, our industry night, which is a great opportunity to network with faculty and industry professionals. Next slide. Okay, I'm going to pass it over to Kathleen, who's going to give us some insight on some new and exciting initiatives that are happening in LBSA this year. So Kathleen, you can take over from here.
Amazing. So I believe you can go to the next slide again. Lots of slide clicking. But yeah, we're having for the first year ever an ambassador program. So we're going to be bringing about 6 first years onto the team. So you'll get the opportunity to really build your network with everybody else on the team, but then also expose yourself to different faculty and industry professionals. I know it's something I wish I had in first year. We've opted to take on a smaller group. That way we can give everybody a lot more work and have them feel more a part of the team, because our team is quite close knit. So it's going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be opening up in October, so keep an eye out on our socials. Of course, at LBSA Ryerson. I'll also drop the sign up link for our newsletter into the chat box as well, so you can click on that if you'd like. And then you'll get the first announcement of when we open up hiring. We wanted to make sure everybody had opportunity to kind of gauge their workload with their courses and everything. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have 6 different departments on the team, so you'll be able to kind of take out different tasks from all of them. It's going to be different from our associate program, which you may have heard of if you're not in first year. But it's going to be definitely something new and something really exciting. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can shoot them in the chat box with the Q&A, or head to our meet and greet tomorrow. We'll be able to give a lot more information on what the ambassador program will be. It's going to be based largely on first year feedback as well, so it will be a great way to get your input in.
Perfect.
Nishka, if you want to
over to Nishka.
Okay, so make sure to follow us on our socials. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of things in the chat about all our social links from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at the very bottom we have the Zoom in on the LBSA, our meet and greet tomorrow with a fancy name. So please sign up, meet all of us. We are all in the same situation together. And I think the only way, usually we'll have a little booth set up and you guys can talk to us and get some stickers and whatever. And we don't have that this year, but you still have us like virtually. So we're all students, we're all trying to get, together and learn about you, and you can learn about us in the meet and greet tomorrow. So make sure you follow us on our socials. We're constantly on it. If you have any questions, you can always email us. Our email is in the chat box, as well as you can DM us. Either way, we'll respond to you within 48 hours at the latest. Other than that, yeah, and sign up for our LBSA newsletter as well. Kathleen, if you can put that in the chat box as well. That's also an amazing way to get to know all of our events and everything that's going on, regardless for anything. So yes, please follow us and like our pictures. So yeah.
Perfect. We can go over to the next slide now.
1 second.
I wanted to leave.
Okay, if you just want to Nishka, if you just want to resend all the links, I think you sent them to only the panelists.
Oh shoot. Okay.
And you can make sure. And for the person who asked how to sign up for the meet and greet, Nishka's sending the link now, so you can just click that link and sign up.
Perfect. We can take questions now if you guys have any. I'm not seeing any in the chat. Nicole, am I missing anything? We can just talk about like general questions if there's not a lot.
Hey Brittany, yeah, you can start about like your experiences on LBSA, but there will be questions coming in through the Q&A feature as well as the chat, so just give it a few minutes.
Yeah, sure. So a common question, Nishka's laptop died, but she'll be back. A common question that we do get is, as Mo mentioned earlier as well, is when do we do all of our hiring? So that's what I know Lauren commented, that this is a really exciting opportunity with the ambassador program, and she's absolutely right. This is something that LBSA has never done before. We've never taken on first year students, which is why it's such an amazing opportunity. So I would like to touch like a little bit more on that. So it's a great chance. It'll be coming out in, Nishka, welcome back.
Sorry, my laptop died.
The applications will be coming out in October, so do watch out for that. It's a really good chance to really be integrated into the team, which is very exciting because usually first years really only have the chance to get to know us from an outside perspective. And then as Kathleen had mentioned as well, it's a good chance to see what the departments are like, so that once you're applying for a position such as an associate position or a director or even an exec, you have a really solid idea already of what to expect from each department, which can really, really strengthen your application after first year. A lot of students struggle with our short descriptions that are given of like, what is internal affairs or what does marketing do? So it's a great opportunity to already have that insight to, and even if you don't, let's say you want to join another student group, you already have insight on how most of the student groups do function, because a lot of us do have very similar departments in how we run. So I do definitely encourage you guys to keep your eye out for the ambassador opportunity, because it is going to be a very exciting one. And with it being Kickstarters, you guys will be our first one. So you will be very amped up about the program and really excited to take you guys on. So we're excited for that. Did any questions come in? I see something in the chat.
Yes, I had 4 questions in the Q&A. So this will kind of 2 bird, 1 stone. Somebody asked how you sign up to be a general member, and somebody asked for clarification that we don't take them. And we don't have any general members on the team. Technically, if you're majoring in law and business, because we're a course union, you're a general member, but not on the team per se. You can always, of course, when you follow the socials and you sign up for the events, you become very involved with the team. There's definitely people who haven't been on the team before that we all know very well. So that's a really good way to still get involved and get similar opportunities in terms of networking. But you can't be a general member. So if you're in first year, the ambassador program is going to be a really big opportunity.
Exactly.
And then this is kind of a question for all of us. What were your positions prior to your current position? So Brittany, do you want to start?
Sure. Okay. So my very first ever position on the team was an exec position. So reach for the stars, do what you want to do. Apply for the positions that you're really interested in. So my first position was VP of events, and that was when I was in my second year. And now I'm president in my third year. So that's been my whole lifespan on LBSA. Kathleen, do you wanna take the next one?
Yeah, for sure. So last year I joined as an associate. So I was a general associate. And then this year I reapplied and I'm the VP of internal affairs. So it's definitely, again, a bit of a jump. Usually people take a little pit stop at director first. But again, like Brittany said, shoot for the stars. You're not, like, worst that could ever happen is they say no. But yeah, so I went associate to VP of internals. And then what about you, Nishka?
Literally the same thing with Kathleen. We have the same kind of process. We were on the associate team together, and we basically just, we did what we could in our capacity, and we reached for the stars, and now we're both exec. So I was an associate second year, and then in my third year, I'm VP of marketing. So the best thing about the associate program is that you get to rotate through different departments. And at the beginning, I remember being an associate and like, I'm going to be in the internals department. I'm going to be director, VP internals. And then I was like, no, I suck at internals. There's too much graphs. I'm going to be in marketing. And you kind of like there's so many strengths that you have aside from just being a team member to each department's special skills. And that's the best thing about our rotational program, because the opportunities are endless and you learn more about yourself in the position as an associate. So I highly encourage everyone to apply. Ambassador program and associate program, very similar experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it goes to show too that if you work really hard and you're ambitious in your role, you can skip. So a lot of times people go from associate to director, which is fantastic. But if you're really ambitious and you really go for it, the opportunity is there to move up, right? Which is very exciting. The more responsibility, the better with student groups. So that's a great opportunity as well. And you guys both speak to that. For sure.
And we have 4 more questions. I think these 3 kind of all combine into one. Why did we join the LBSA? What is the culture like at the LBSA? And what are we excited for this year?
Okay. I joined the LBSA mostly because I'm from I was very interested in law and business right from the start. So I remember in first year, like emailing the team and being like, hey, what positions can I apply for? And then being like, none. So I always wanted to join LBSA, but I think too, I'm from a small town about 6 hours north of here. So Toronto was a very, very scary place for me when I first got here. And being on a student group, and particularly LBSA, because I could tell that everyone was so close knit. I really, really wanted to join to have like sort of that little family on campus. And that's definitely something that LBSA has given me. What was the next one, Kathleen?
And
the
then
culture.
Culture, and then what are we here?
Okay, I would say like the culture is very welcoming. Every year it's been so much fun. It's a great place to really like act on your ideas. It gives you that platform to do that. So no matter what you're interested in, you have the opportunity to try and achieve it and try and hone in on those skills that you haven't maybe had the chance to develop before. So for example, I did some corp stuff in my first year on the team. Oh, I see we need to do closing remarks. Is that correct? Finish up your closing. Oh, we talk a lot. We're a big talking group. That's the culture. We all really like to talk. We have lots to say about our group. Do you guys want to say something else before we end?
Follow our socials.
Yeah, follow our socials. If you want to hear more of us talking, register for a meet and greet tomorrow, and you get a full hour of just LBSA talking.
Yeah,
amazing. We'll take more questions tomorrow, we promise.
Thank you so much, LBSA.